Awesome. Today we have Anoop, one of our students who joined the Trillion Dollar Growth Program about a year ago. And Anoop, you made up to 36,000 USD a month. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw, you sent your recent screenshots like a couple of weeks back on your new store, making sales and stuff. Yeah, Anoop, so we can dive right in. Why don't you introduce yourself, a bit about yourself, your background, how you came about now?
So hey guys, my name is Anoop. I'm from Nepal. So the thing is, I started dropshipping back in 2018 because and back then I didn't know much about dropshipping, but I do know like there was a term like dropshipping, but I didn't know what it was. So it was, I guess it was at the end of the 2018 or 2019. That's when I first started the dropshipping. So back then I didn't know what to do because everything there was a lockdown because of the COVID and everything else. So I did some research and then I thought maybe I should start dropshipping. I don't know what that is, but I'll start. Let's see what happens. So and I did my research. I watched some YouTube videos and all that stuff. So yeah, that's how it started. And back then, my first dropshipping store was for the gaming systems. Like because it was a COVID, so everybody was staying home and they were playing games and streaming online. So I thought, why not start the dropshipping for gaming products? Like I did gaming chairs and headphones and everything else. So back then, in 2 months, I made somewhere around $25,000 or something. It was something like that.
In total or in a month or
It was like in 3 months, $25,000.
that's
But
very
then,
good. That's very good.
but yeah, but the problem is like I didn't know there was the terms like for fraudulent orders and everything else because I still remember that one night we got like maybe 40 or 50 orders like at once. I was like, what is happening? There are so many orders, but what I didn't realize that was a fraudulent order. So we got charged back a lot back then.
Okay. So that was your first store and that's your learning lesson.
Yeah.
It's normal, like anyone starting an online business, starting any business in general, doing anything, to make money in
Yeah.
general, always have some sort of challenges. Okay, so you started in 2018, made $25,000 over 3 months. Then can you share your journey, since then, 2019, 2020, 2021, up to now, like how's your journey been, like your store, the sales and all of that?
So after the fraudulent orders, I was very scared because like maybe we earned from 25,000 US dollars, we made a profit of somewhere around $13,000.
Mm.
But then because of the chargeback, we went on a huge loss. So my friend said, I cannot do this thing, man. I'm like scared because my friend lives in States. I live in Nepal. So all the problems has to be faced by my friend. So he gave up on me. And I was like, oh my God, that was the only source of earning. Now it's COVID. I don't have a work. I have nothing else to do. How am I supposed to support myself or my family? So I thought like I'd take a break for a while. I took a break. I went out. I traveled some places, and then I came back and I thought like I cannot give up. This is something good. Like drop shipping is something. If I know a little bit more about drop shipping and how the terms work, about the fraudulent orders, how to handle those orders, how to take care of all that thing, I thought I'd do it again. I knew it was a risk, but then I wanted to take that risk because without a risk, there is no business, right? So I thought I'd take a risk, and then I started learning drop shipping again. Like I started doing everything from the scratch. But then, but back then I took some classes from online mentors, but then it was a huge scam. I paid somewhere around 6,000 or $7,000 just for something that I could totally learn from YouTube. I was so stupid back then. Yeah, and then I was like, oh man, all of these mentors, all these gurus are just scams. So I thought like that, and then I gave up on that time as well. But then this one time I was like watching videos on YouTube, and then I saw your ad, and I was like, I don't know if I should trust this guy, but then I'll give it a shot. And it just, to be honest, it took me like 4 or 5 months just to make sure that I get enrolled in your course. So after I got enrolled, I was like so glad. There was so much I could learn from a course. And I remember I didn't even take like the expensive course. It was like $500 of course, and there was so much knowledge I can't get what from the course. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure people would charge somewhere between $10,000 or $12,000 for the course you're offering for $500. And I was like, oh my God, this is the course that I need. So I took the course, I did my research and everything else. I learned a lot from your course, and I followed all the steps. And finally, I started another dropshipping store. So, but then it was a single product store. It was for the keyboard. And it was back, it was like almost 1.5 years back. So I did that again. And then that time I made $35,000 sales. Yeah, that's when I made the $35,000 sales. But then the problem arose again because I had a dispute with my partner and that's the main problem from people like in my country. I'm not allowed to do dropshipping as government does not allow that. So I had to take help from my friend. But then, the dispute arose. And then he said, I don't want to do this with you and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, man, I'm so sorry and all that stuff. So yeah, he just gave up on me. And now I'm starting a dropshipping with one of my partner. He's really good. He was supposed to be in the meeting today, but then he got busy with something else. So yeah. So
Okay, really appreciate you sharing all that, Anoop. Yeah, you joined like very, very early on, when we first started. Back then, we're teaching print on demand. Then we just only roll out this new, like
yeah.
drop shipping e-commerce store program. That's why it was like so cheap, because we're just trying to create success stories like you. But right now, it's definitely way more than that, with a lot of coaching and stuff. But very good to see that, you've gained a lot of value from it, help you, with your journey to the 36,000 a month journey. So we can just like dive right into the more like details of it if you don't mind. Like, what have you found work when it comes to, product research? We can start there first. Like, what sort of products, you feel like we all know, like a unique product or product that solves a problem, but how you really identify the product and which market do you like go after?
Okay, so after I read your courses and after I learned a lot of things from you, I my first suggestion is like if you're going to do dropshipping or any online business, I suggest everyone at least take 2 or 3 months just to do the product research. Don't worry about your business name. Don't worry about the niche. Just do the product research because I see a lot of people jumping into dropshipping. They spend like 2 or 3 hours in a product and then they start the store and then they just make up the store. They pay like thousands of dollars in the ad and then they don't make sales and they're like, dropshipping is a scam. Dropshipping doesn't work. I mean, it works. You just have to know how to do the product research. You just have to give it more time. Like you cannot build an empire in just a flick of a finger, like it takes time. So if you're going to do dropshipping, like first and foremost, like make sure you do extensive product research, like without the product research, your dropshipping store is going to go to zero. And my way of doing dropshipping, I took at least 3 months just alone to do the dropshipping. And I was so scared. I even hired someone from Fiverr to do the product for me. And then that guy actually did a good job. He gave me some good products.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, and that's how it started. I did a product research. I went to TikTok. I spent like hours and hours just scrolling on the TikTok and all that stuff. So yeah, that's how I did it.
Okay, so amazing. So like, let's say, you spend that 2, 3 months compiling the list of products. How do you know like which to test first? And are you using mainly TikTok ads, and which country are you like drop shipping to?
Right now, I'm drop shipping to US, Canada, Australia, and UK. That's the 4 countries that I've been targeting right now because I guess if you want to earn sufficient, then those 4 countries are enough. Because if you have too many countries and you have too many customers, then it's going to be a hassle for everyone, and it's pretty hard to handle. So if you have at least 3 or 4 countries that you target, then I guess that's enough for the starters. And then for the product research, I use TikTok, right? I use TikTok. I try to find a lot of niche because there are a lot of niche you could go for it. Like there are thousands and hundreds and thousands and millions of products. So it's pretty tough for me. Like I guess in dropshipping, finding a perfect product is the toughest thing. But once you have that one product, then you're going to make sales overnight and night and night. I know that. And then for me, for now, I did a research and then I found out like there are a lot of people that has not done drop shipping into the field of decorations, house decor and home decor. So I thought, why not try and do this? So I did my home decor. I started my online business on home decor. I used CJ Dropshipping for my shipping and all that stuff. And then, yeah, I found some really good products, but I cannot reveal the product right now because I'm still in a tasting phase. But then it has already given me quite a good result as of now.
Yeah, you're totally right now.
Yeah,
Another e-commerce coach, Solomon, originally from Nigeria as well. So,
yeah,
he's from any country in the world, from anywhere in the world. That's the best part about this, Like he also have like a list of great products, and it's like, making
mhm,
him good money, like once you find those winning products, your game.
yeah.
Yeah. And like let's say, just going back to the question again, let's say like let's say you have like 10 products, like how do you know which to test first? And like what's your budget? Do you spend like, 200 per product to test on the TikTok ad for each, or like how do you go about it?
I spend like $100 for one product for a week. So, and then before you spend on the ads or TikTok ads, make sure you post like my suggestion is like to all the people who wants to do drop shipping before you spend even a penny on an ad, make sure you post like maybe at least 3 or 4 videos a day, and you do that, and then you wait for at least 2 or 3 weeks to see which video has gotten the more engagement. So if there's one video that gets like maybe in a week maybe like 10,000 or 20,000 views, that's the kind of a video you would want to spend on, because like that's what gets you sales. Because there are people spending hundreds of dollars for all the ads and they get nothing in return. So my suggestion is like don't spend money without like doing some research on yourself. Like let's see, just post the video, let's see how much views you get, like, and after you see the views and all that stats, that's when you spend on the ad.
Okay, so you post organically on TikTok first, just to see any traction. Is that
Yeah, yeah.
okay? That's a very smart strategy. Okay, so that's a good way to, see like which products to test first and stuff. Okay.
Mhm.
Then when it comes to the website of it, like any best advice, best practices for the website conversion optimization?
Well, for the Shopify website, if you're a starter, I would suggest you go for the free theme and all that stuff because they have a lot of options these days, like, but for me personally, I used, for my store, I used the Prestige theme. And then for the conversion, I used, there's a team of mine. I hired someone from Nigeria. His name is Ayomate. And then he has been looking after all my ads and everything else right now.
Okay, that's good. And when it comes to like the ads creation stuff, I know like for example, one of our coaches, he shared that when it comes to the TikTok ads creative, um, he started off by just taking it from the TikTok platform itself. He searches like keywords from the app, then he just compiled the videos. He used that as the initial one before he like creates professional videos of the product. Is that like how you do it as well, or do you have a different method for the creative and for the ad side of things?
So for the ads, I usually like, you see, hold on, I'll show you. Hold on. So this is one of the product that I have on my store.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really good product. So this is what I have on my store. So the thing is, if you are gonna like take videos that belongs to someone else from TikTok, first few weeks it might work fine for you, but then later your account is going to get shadow banned because that's a copyright material, so you cannot do that. So for my suggestion is like you can take ideas from people, but you cannot literally copy all the ideas that others are doing. You have to be creative, you have to do things on your own, like you have to give some time. You don't even need high-end cameras, even your iPhone camera or normal phone camera works fine for TikTok. It's all about how you advertise the product. My suggestion is just don't copy someone else's video because that's going to shadow ban your account.
Okay, makes sense. Because we know that, the creatives is like 80% of the success, and I know, you said you have that guy in Nigeria helping you with the ads and stuff. Any like specific format you find that works very well when it comes to the creatives and the ads?
Specific formats as in?
Like any winning sort of ad formula that you feel, like if you do this, follow this formula for
Oh,
TikTok.
yeah. So the thing is like when you're creating an ad, don't make it too long. That's the first thing. Don't make it too long because 98% of the people they're going to scroll you away from the first few seconds of your video. So in the initial, just make it catchy, like just show the product and then later on just show the product and details of the product, but then don't add all the details in a single video because that's going to be very monotonous and people would not want to watch that. Just write the key points of the product and how it's going to help the customers or people. That's how you do it. And just make the video like 15 seconds long to the max. Don't go like 30 or 35 seconds. People are not going to waste their time watching the videos for 35 seconds.
Got it. Okay, that's a very good tip. Then coming to a close, because just mindful, we have final 5-10 minutes before you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Like how has, drop shipping in this online space changed your life, because it's been a couple of years you've been doing this. Solomon, even our coach, he likes drop shipping because he shares with me like you don't need to show your face, it's very fast, you run ads, like you can get sales very fast. And I know you're just traveling, I think with your family or wife, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys like? Where do you all of you travel to?
I was traveling to my own country. I was at Pokhara back when I was talking to you like a week back.
Yeah.
And then we are just traveling because I was taking a break from my work and everything else. So yeah, that's what I was doing.
Okay, understood. So how is like this online commerce space like your life, like how has it changed your life now and like what's your plans moving forward?
Oh yeah. So before 2018, I was working 10 to 5, right? So and then I had to do what people tells me, like my boss tells me do this, do that. I was like, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. So it was monotonous and I didn't get paid much because I live in Nepal. So the highest pay here you get a month is like maybe $250 to $300. That was not enough for me. So that was bare minimum, like that's really low. So I thought like I need to do something. I cannot waste my life. I cannot waste my time doing 10 to 5. I have to do something. So that's when I just did some research myself and came across dropshipping. And that's when I started my dropshipping first time, like I told you before. That was around the time of COVID when I started dropshipping. It was about the gaming and all that stuff. But then that dropshipping taught me a lot because it taught me like there are like fraudulent orders, there are like customer care, like there are a lot of things that comes in play when you're doing dropshipping. Dropshipping is not just like you put the product, people buy the product. No, there are a lot of things that comes in play. You have to have a good customer support. You have to have the shipping time set and everything else, the taxes, like the company registration and all that stuff. So it all comes in play. I learned all of that. And then after dropshipping, I guess my life went from like I don't know, I cannot even explain. I'm like so happy right now. Things are going so smoothly, like I don't have to worry about finances. I'm taking care of my mom, I'm taking care of myself. Um, and then the best thing is like it's not you are not like controlled by anyone, like the best thing about dropshipping is it's your business. You can take care. The thing is like for the first few months after starting, you do have to give like all of your time, but once it runs, once you start making sales, you don't have to like put your mind to it all the time. Like you get sales, you just take care of the order. And then there's like CZ drop shipping, they're like Zen drop and all that stuff. They're just taking care of your business yourself. You just enjoy it. But first time, for the first few months, you have to give your time. And then about my life, my life changed a lot after drop shipping. And I'm so glad I came across you, to be honest. Yeah, thank you so much. Like, I would really like to thank you for everything you've provided to me, all the resources you have given. It has helped me a lot.
Sure, really appreciate that, Anoop. That's good to hear now. So like what's future plan for you, like what's next for you? Where are you going from here? Just continue your journey or make more money?
Yeah, my yeah, thank you for asking me that. Well, my plan now is like right now I have one dropshipping business. So my plan is like after I get some good sales or get some good profit out of this store, my plan is to invest that into another dropshipping store, maybe three or four or five more. And even my girlfriend wants to do dropshipping now. She's like asking me, I want to do this too. So I might just help her as well on that. And then yeah, that's my plan. I just want to do something really big in e-commerce. That's what my plan. I just want to do that. That's it. And I want to travel the world. Maybe someday I'll get to see you as well. I don't know.
So amazing. I know, appreciate that. Just mindful of the time. Final question is, what would you say, like for someone first starting out, looking for like a coach, a mentor to guide them to success, proven blueprint and stuff, like what would you say, to someone in your position before you had success? To find like a coach or program to help them.
Well, I would like to suggest first and foremost, guys, if you're watching this video, don't go anywhere else. Just trust Royston. I took his classes. He's quite affordable compared to any other mentors or gurus you'll find in the market. And then his courses are really good. So trust him, just join him. You'll learn a lot, first thing. And then another thing is you know, first time if you are starting, it's going to be a really, really tough job. But then you have to understand, as you go on learning the courses, you'll learn everything yourself, and you'll have a team of Royston who is going to help you because Royston's team helped me a lot. And I'm pretty sure he's going to help you too. So trust him, do the courses, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna at least make 10 to 15K a month if you take the course seriously, if you learn the course seriously. That's what I want to say. But if you're not going to take the course seriously, then you'll feel like Royston is just like any other gurus. That's what I want to say. Because if you take the course, then you have to give time to it. You have to learn everything. You cannot just watch the video and all that stuff. You have to watch the video. You have to practically do everything, like it's gonna boom. Yeah.
Okay, really appreciate that, Anoop. And you're right, like you have you're hardworking, you have the right attitude, you have the right mindset, and that's why you're successful. Like we can guide you and give you the blueprint, but you're the one who executes it successfully. So kudos to you as well. This is such an inspiring story. And yeah, hopefully next time we'll get you on again, Anoop, and we're gonna
Mm.
send a six-figure award to you, to your address, and hopefully soon the seven-figure award like we sent to you payment.
Yeah, sure. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome, cool.